man, it feels so refreshing to be back on our regular scheduled day. But you already know what this is, man. It's Tales from the Crib podcast. Hottest news station in the world, man. Stop playing. You know we got the news of the week, so don't press that button. We got Honey Boo Boo getting into some trouble with her boo boo. We got some double crossing of the family, man. It's getting real shiesty out here, man. Keep your insurance money tight, man. They taking income tax, they taking babies, they taking everything. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that like button. I know y'all commenting. We see your hate, but guess what? We will swim. We will prevail. You already know who this is. It's your boy, Jesse J. Phillips Supreme.
It's your boy Chico Grande, aka Chico 2 times, and welcome Tales from the Crib. Guess what? It's time to slander some celebrities.
Oh man,
it's time to strike a pose for the thumbnail. It's time to punch my co-host in the head. Try to be slick, but not this episode.
Hey man, you already know what we banging over here. Stop playing. We banging that TFTC life forever. You already know what episode this is. Number 95.
Welcome to episode 95. Tell me, co-host, how are you feeling? It looks like everyone's going to jail.
I mean, I don't know, man. They finna get some real good rest like I did. I took 4 naps today. I feel rested. I feel like a newborn baby. I need the milk. Where's my milk? Well, not from you. Don't give me no milk.
I don't know where you're going with that, co-host. I'm just trying to turn off the music, and I just hear about you want some mommy milkers or something. I don't know what's wrong with you. Slander him in the comments below and let him know how wrong he is. But we got to forget about my co-host, and it's time to get into some drama. It's time to start the mother effing show.
Man, you already know what it is, man. It's time to backslap y'all back into memory.
Back into reality?
Yeah, back into reality. Y'all remember what happened a while ago at the award show? Will Smith heard some disrespect towards his wife, and he walked up and slapped the dog pee out of Chris Rock. You know, Chris Rock.
It was pretty epic.
It was pretty epic at that point.
It was all over the internet.
And that was about a year ago. You know, it was pretty epic back then. You know, it looks like Chris Rock finally got something to say about it. He had a little comedy special come out on Netflix. We gonna tell y'all about that later.
We actually watched it. We watched the whole thing.
We're going to tell you about that right after we play the video first?
We're going to rate it 1 through 10. Yeah, we're going to show the video clip, but it's not really going to show. You're mainly going to hear it because YouTube likes to be a hater. So we thought if we do it this way, maybe they won't hate and make us cut it out. But let's go ahead and roll the clip and see what he said.
Everybody. And who's he hit? Me. A nigga he know he could beat. That is some bitch ass shit.
Oh man.
It wasn't me.
No, you would have used a chair.
That's what the fuck happened, okay? The fuck out of here, man.
Man, he got mad real quick. But we watched him. He went off on that special. He called Jada a B. He called Will a B. He said, why are you mad at the world and take it out of me when we've been real friends in real life and I'm smaller than you and then I'm the guy you want to beat up?
Exactly.
And then a lot of people are saying on that, well, this is on Twitter. I don't know about, I haven't really seen what people were saying on Instagram, but I was checking on Twitter and everyone's like, well, if he's the biggest B in the world and he slapped you and you did nothing, what does that make you?
A bigger B, the biggest.
But everyone and other people were defending him and saying, you know, he can't fight. Did you not watch his TV show?
Fact. Everybody hates Chris.
Yeah.
He stayed getting beat up as a kid. So look at that. He stayed taking L's. And on top of that, he was talking about how Will Smith is way bigger than him. You see Will Smith playing Muhammad Ali, playing Man in Black, doing all this stuff.
All these like, buff men in movie roles or men of stature, I guess you could say.
But I mean, all in all, I mean, he really didn't go like I guess he kind of talked about it.
Oh no, remember he talked about entanglements.
Oh, talk about
he was like, you were mad that your wife was beating off your son's best friend.
She was messing with your son's best friend. And he took all the anger out on Chris Rock's face.
And then he was like, how are you gonna get cheated on and then have the woman that cheated on you interview you about it? Because, you know, whenever Will Smith did the Red Table Talk, it looked like he was going to cry the whole time. But I don't know. I think Will took as much punishment as Chris Rock, so it's kind of even.
Yeah, it's kind of even.
They were relentless on Will Smith. Absolutely relentless.
But how'd you feel about this comedy special? Would you
1 out of 10? Oh, if you want to check out things rated 1 out of 10, go to our other channel in the description, Crib Reactions. We rate all kinds of music videos, trailers, even little clips 1 through 10. So let's go ahead and do it now. Chris,
I give it a 5.
No, for real, don't be a hater, man.
It was a 5.
You weren't laughing? I heard you laughing at some parts. I heard you hee-heeing, ha-ha, and the hoo-hooing. You hee-ha-hooing.
I chuckled at a couple things, but it wasn't really
chuckling so much they called you Chucky.
Okay, got me. I give it a 7.
You could at least give it a 7.
I give it a 7. What you giving it?
7.5.
I just like you so much. But I mean, all in all, it was okay.
It definitely wasn't a 5. It was not a 5.
It could have been better, but I mean, Chris Rock. I mean, I forgot what kind of comedian he was. I mean, he's not like a Kevin Hart comedian or like a Dave Chappelle comedian. What kind of he is like a Dave Chappelle comedian? But he says the N word a lot. I realized that. Like, I didn't realize, like, in every other joke he said the N word in it. But the funniest joke,
that is kind of weird because he's like, I'm soft, but then he's all this and that and.
And then the one funny joke he did have was with his daughter trying to humble his daughter.
Oh yeah,
when she got kicked out of school. She got kicked out of school, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'll be back." And he done paid off to everybody.
Oh yeah, to make sure that
that
she
was
got
a
kicked
hilarious joke. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. I need to go watch the Chris Rock special. Give it a chance. Watch it twice. Don't watch it with your kids unless you want to say the N word for the rest of the week.
It's already all in the music, man. You can't stop it.
Hey, but if you want to blame anybody, blame him.
I don't make no music, man.
Hey, they taking away Tinkerbell. They're taking away everything else.
We're gonna get to that in a minute.
Hey,
but you know what? I might bump my score up to a 7.75. But I've never really been a huge Chris Rock fan. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. He's not like my favorite comedian. Dave Chappelle is farly superior.
I like Chris Rock better in movies, and I like him better in movies. Like what movie he was in that was really good?
He's been in a bunch of movies, but Dave Chappelle.
Daddy Daycare.
It doesn't matter if he's doing movies, TV show, or stand up. Dave Chappelle is the GOAT. Best TV show, best stand up. I will hit you with this mic stand. I will undo my mic, slam you with the stand, and hold my mic the rest of the show just to prove a point. You never mentioned Drewski's name with the legend. Are you kidding me? Absolutely disrespect. And we actually heard that Drewski's show was whack, and it was like a fake talent show where he gets people from your local area to try to show them that they have talent, like America's Got Talent, and then he just like trolls them. That's not comedy. That's trolling live.
That's trolling live.
That's what I do. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man, we're not gonna slander Drewski on this episode, but you know who we is gonna slander right now? Who needs to be slandered? Your favorite basketball player.
Nah. This is your favorite basketball player, but we got
Mr. John Morant.
Jadakiss Morant.
Jadakiss Morant, aka John Wick Morant, out here pulling out the pee on everybody.
It looks like he's the first rapper to make it from the NBA back to the streets. He's trying to make it out the NBA. The first rapper to make it out the NBA back to the streets. But Shannon Sharp also speaks on John Morant's latest gun assault allegations after the NBA player was accused of punching teen and flashing gun in separate incidents. He's hustling backwards, Shannon says. And we got this picture from above the rim whenever the game is about to lose, and he tells him, go take care of this.
Cause a distraction.
Yep. He's like, we ain't losing.
I thought you want to see what the video had to say.
You want to see what the video has to say? Man, I was looking at my margarita. I'm sorry. See, I'm smart. If you didn't know, like I got margaritas to spare over here. My co-host over here, he chugged his, and then he's got probably the worst coordination of someone I've ever seen when it comes to his jumper or knocking over drinks. It's about on the same level.
Listen here, everybody.
You know what? I think you shoot a higher percentage of knocking drinks over than making jump shots.
I dropped one drink on the floor, and now I'm like biggest klutz of the year.
Put in the comments below if you know my co-host in real life, and put how many drinks he's knocked over around you. I'm pretty sure the comments will be astounding. Ladies, if you want to chime in, I know you've been around my co-host, and he's definitely kicked one of your drinks over. But oh yeah, let's watch
3 times.
Let's watch that.
Don't count.
More than 3. Let's watch the clip.
Ja has $200-300 million contract with Memphis Grizzlies, $200 million from Memphis. He's the new face. He got a shoe deal, a signature shoe from Nike.
Yep.
Brand new.
5 hours after the launch of his new, he's an endorsement deal with Powerade.
Oh, that's a downgrade.
He portrays that he's like something that he's not. Normally, guys that have, they're like, okay, I'm cool, I made it, I'm good. Guys that haven't made it wants to project that they are good. I don't get what y'all, he hustling backwards. You're supposed to, once you get out of that environment, like, I'll leave that behind, that ain't me. Ja, you just got to move differently, bro. Skip, I don't know if this is true. I hope it isn't true. But Ja, you can't put yourself in this situation. You can't. People lie. People have been known to lie. And I'm not saying this young man is lying.
God dang, Shannon, you're long-winded.
Sometimes celebrities or entertainers find themselves in situations where people lie because Ja has a name. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows his name.
That was a garbage clip.
Everybody knows.
Whoever got that clip needs to be punished.
Everybody knows he's famous, but I mean, I understand what's going on. If you didn't know, Ja Morant, every now and then he lets people come to his backyard to play basketball.
Yep.
And this is the same thing his dad used to do for him back in the day. So I'm seeing like the similarities in that. Like my dad did this, so I'm gonna do the same thing. And you know,
that had nothing to do with beating up children.
But I mean, you know, at the basketball court, you go to the basketball court in the park, they fighting and everything. Yeah. So I mean, it's the same exact thing. So I'm pretty sure back in the day when he was younger, they were fighting there, but nobody had a $200 million contract.
Yeah.
Nobody was pulling out. Well, we don't know.
So Child supposedly got in a street fight playing pickup ball at his house. So it has to be someone he knew. I imagine he wouldn't be inviting random derelicts to his house that would start stuff. But anyway, after he beat on this kid, he went in the house and pulled the gun and said, "You bet," like, I don't know, said something to him. But then Ja came out and Ja cooperated with the police. So, you know, if he's about this street life, that's snitching. He should hang out with Real Boss and Snitchy. But he said that the kid was threatening like his family, like, "Oh, I'm gonna come back and do something," or this and that. And so Ja said that he did that to scare him or something. But it's like, if someone's already saying that, do you think pulling it on them is gonna make them less likely to do it or more likely to do it? I don't know. It just seemed he's putting himself in a lot of bad situations. And then another one is kind of, you know, how girls get you in trouble, and they do. But his mom actually got him in trouble. She was having a bad customer service experience at the shoe store, and she called Ja, and he came down there with like 9-10 of his friends and were like harassing one of the employees and telling him to come outside, that they were going to give him the business and tell him, "You better tell us when he gets off and we're going to take him out," or something like that. And the kid felt so threatened that he actually made a police report and said that he felt his life was threatened.
I saw Ja Morant, and he tried to threaten my life.
Him and his goons. He said, "Hey Jamal, don't pull out the 9."
Oh my God, why do you?
What is that meme? The dude that is LeBron.
What is it? The group of people.
Yeah,
I forgot their names. Rob World, CC, something like that.
Yeah, he's funny.
But I mean, with this whole situation, the reason why the NBA didn't do anything is because every altercation he had, he didn't get arrested. They didn't file no police reports or anything about it. Like with the incident at the shoe store, like all these little incidents, it didn't get nobody got in charge, so the NBA didn't get into it. But I guess
it's coming out now.
It's coming out now that it's time for Ja, aka Mr. 4K Trey Dre, to meet his maker.
Oh, he's gonna meet his maker if he keeps playing in the streets. He's gonna play like he is in a gang. He's gonna get treated like he's in a gang. So better watch out before he turns into a pack, because it's one thing to get packed on the court, because people say, "Oh, we're smoking a Memphis pack." That's just fun joking around. You get packed out in the streets for real, they're gonna have you in a blunt, looking like Casper. So you better watch out playing that stuff before he loses his life. When you make $200 million, there's no reason to play in the streets.
True.
I mean, I don't know why you want to play, you know, gang versus gang in the streets. If I made that much money, I would not care about gangs at all.
But I mean, if I was 23 years old, I'd be walking around with that blicky on me too.
They said he went to private school. What kind of hooligans you hanging out in private school?
I don't know, but if you over here listening to
these guys is real, they wore capris. But
capris and cardigans.
What else was going on with y'all? No, there's. Oh yeah. Okay, this is what I want to say. Let me get back on track. Nike, I hate you. I love you and I hate you. I understand that you put children in sweatshops to make your products, and then you want to say, oh, we're about, you know, the civil rights, or not civil rights, but, you know, people's rights and all groups' rights and the LGBTQ rights, but then you have sweatshops. Doesn't make sense. So it's like, as long as it's overseas children, you don't care. And then when it comes to taking care of your athletes with Kyrie, he literally tweeted a link to a documentary, didn't give any context. He just said that he watched it, and they drop him and make him no longer get pro shoes. Where Ja Morant gets a pro shoe, and he's out here pointing a gun at every other person that walks by him. Oh, and he also had the incident with the Indiana Pacers.
Oh, yeah.
Where his friends were pointing gun lasers at the staff of the Pacers while they were leaving the arena. So, I mean, Nike, you think a guy that is toting guns and at strip clubs at 4 a.m. and doing all that? Yeah, don't we got the video of that?
I think so.
Let me see. Oh yeah, let me check the volumes off here, so we don't want to get a copyright. But yeah, we're gonna show you a clip. Let's get out the way.
Look at him. He's just happy. He having fun. What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with having fun.
He just lost.
I mean, I don't understand it. There's nothing wrong with showing a gun. I mean,
what?
If he has a license for it, I thought that's all that matters.
Have no license. Let me see. Where was he? Where was he? Was it at the beginning? Oh, they blocked it out, man.
Trying to get us shot up. We trying to get us banned.
No, I was thinking that they showed it. If you want to, if you can find it on Instagram or Twitter, if you want to see the picture of the BLICKY.
But looks like here, Ja Morant was at. I guess he was at a strip. Yeah, I guess he was at the strip club
after losing to Denver.
He flashes this little pocket rocket gun.
Yeah. Oh, Mimo 600 commented, and he goes, "Boy, where's your switch?"
Oh, he definitely got in trouble. Now, if it was a switch, I would have understood. So, you know, he flashes this gun, and I guess this is the bottom. This is like the last straw. I'm over here thinking like, oh yeah, the NBA done slammed down on him, and they already suspended him 2 games. And then my co-host tell me like, no, that was Ja and them just trying to beat everything out. He's like, I'm gonna put myself on a 2-game suspension, and like I guess he wrote like this immaculate speech about how he's gonna take accountability, and this is
and he said that he's going to find different ways to relieve stress. So the only way to relieve stress is to play people that paint their fingernails and are, you know, in the closet artist, and then, you know, wave your gun around that looks like it's a gun that goes in a girl's purse. So I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what happens when you grow up in the gated community. That, you know, that's what you do, but
I mean, we gonna see how it goes. I mean, I really think that he's not gonna lose his Nike deal.
Yeah. No, I got an update on that. You said that he, Nike said that they're all for someone realizing their own wrongs and righting them or some BS, but said, I'm gonna stay out 2 games, but now the team has said they're suspending him indefinitely. And the league hasn't even announced anything. So the league could suspend him more, and the team is actually saying they're not letting him play at the moment until further notice. So I think towards the end of the season, I think the 2 through like 12 seed in the West are all separated by like 4 games. So with Clark for the Grizzlies getting his Achilles snapped. And Ja Morant missing, he's probably going to at least miss a handful of games, probably like maybe a few weeks. The Grizzlies could drop from like a 2-3 seed to a play-in team.
We had another one, Andrew, too, right here.
Oh, I mean, yeah, this one is actually, you know, if we want to continue with the Memphis malarkey, we got your boy Dylan Brooks has been suspended because he's already got 16 technicals, and on your 16th technical of the season, you get suspended every other game. If he gets another technical, I think if he gets another technical, he'll be fine. But then if he gets another technical suspended, fine, suspended, fine, suspended. So every other one you get,
there's a fine or a suspension.
Yeah, you're gonna get suspended. So, you know, and that you get a clean slate in the playoffs, but I think then you get a lot shorter amount in the playoffs. I don't know if it's after 6 or 8 in the playoffs that you start getting suspended every other playoff game. You know, which every playoff game is matters, especially if you're a player that plays big minutes.
I think what they're doing right now is smart. Like, Ja already suspended himself for 2 games. His team already indefinitely suspended him. So like they're showing the commissioner like, oh, we already handled
We're already
this.
taking care of it.
We're like, and that's they trying to do everything they possibly can, like to soften the blow that the commissioner's gonna give them. So I think they may say like, oh yeah, we're just gonna let you sit out all the way into like the last game of the season, the last week of the season, some BS like that, and then they're still gonna be in the playoffs. They may end up like the 5th seed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be tough to see because their best bench player, the guy that actually played starter minutes, is out for the rest of the season. Brooks is compromised, so he got to keep his Draymond Green attitude in check, or he's going to be gone every other game.
I'm surprised. I didn't even know he was so angry.
Oh yeah, and then he was saying made a comment. Dylan Brooks said that if Draymond Green was on any other team, he would be a nobody, and then everyone commented, "That's you too."
I mean, at least he shoots.
Yeah, at least he should. And he's actually not that bad of a player. He has a mid range. He can get to the rim a little bit, and he can hit the 3. And his defense is a little aggressive. But you got to understand, basketball players are soft. I played football most of my life, and I played basketball for fun. And every time we played against basketball players, they called every single touch thing a foul, and we're like, y'all are just sissies.
True.
I'm like, this is why you didn't play a real contact sport, but That's why sometimes basketball is fun for football players because we just like to bulldoze people.
Did you see how everybody was talking about, oh, yeah, look at Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard's really from the hood, and you'll see him acting all crazy. And then Dame Lillard liked the message and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be something. I can't wait to see that Blazers-Memphis game. If
John's going to be like, what's up with the like? And then he's like, you checking my likes on my tweets? I think I'm not like that, bro.
He's gonna make a rap about it,
and then he's gonna drop 70 points on him.
And then you see how Paul Pierce. I think out of everybody, Paul Pierce was the only one supporting him. Like, oh, he's all right.
Oh, he was like, after I got stabbed, I always carried a gun. So if you didn't know, Paul Pierce got caught lacking outside of a strip club, and he got
he stabbed like 8 times. Or something?
He got stabbed like 8 or 12 times. I know it was a bunch of times, but he didn't die. And of course, because y'all know that. But and he said after he got ran up on like that, he carried a gun with him every day after that.
Hey, it's true. I mean, what if Ja has a story like that? Would you then let it forgive him?
What if Ja got beat up or shanked on?
He was in a private school. It was rough in private schools. I was there, trust me. They wanted my zesty sauce. I told him
no. I think they got some of the sauce.
Pause.
I mean, Florida's not a good place. It's pretty crazy. All the crazy stories come there in Florida. Private school, that's probably even worse than Florida regular school. And not worse for crimes, but worse for weird stuff. Florida is weird.
My co-host is a hater. But speaking of haters, looks like this is the biggest hater of them all.
I got so disappointed. I was like, what's on the topic list for the show? I was like, oh yeah, we talking about Sweetie. No, we ain't talking about Sweetie. We're talking about Sweetie Pie, the TV show.
It looks like former owner Tim Norman from the show Sweetie Pie is sentenced to life in federal
wait, what?
Is sentenced to life in federal prison for murder for hire against his nephew, Andre Montgomery Jr. Thank you so much. Stop playing with my Florida education, man. Popping collars over here.
All right, Floyd. Thank you, Floyd. But welcome to Sweetie Pie's shooter and murder of Sweetie Pie's reality star pleads guilty. So basically, we watched some content on this that was breaking it down so we could bring it to y'all. And if you didn't know that this was actually a show on the Oprah network, and the grandma was the thief, the owner, and she ran everything, and she had the show. And who was the guy that committed the actor?
Tim.
Yeah. What was he to her? He was like a son-in-law?
Yeah, he was like the son. It was the son because it's a nephew.
Oh, yeah. So he was one of the sons. Oh, man, that's messed up. So, you see that this woman tried to do everything to take care of her family and get them a better situation. And then you have this guy allegedly take out his nephew for insurance money because, I didn't even understand. We were watching the old clips of the show even, and the grandma was like, hey, or someone was telling the grandma that, hey, Tim got a blank check that he said to make sure it's from the Sweetie Pie account. And she was like, did he say it was for? She goes, it said it was for the company. And she's like, I didn't ask him to buy anything. And she's like, oh, I'll just check the books later. So it's like, it sounded like, dude, whatever you were doing, they were going to give you the money. So I don't understand why you would take out an insurance policy on your nephew and then pay someone to murk him.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. This insurance policy was like 50K. So, I mean, it was a lot of money. I can understand it, but I mean, like, that's crazy. Like, he was going to be, like, I guess him and his nephew would have been the owner of the whole Sweetie Pie establishment once the grandma passed, but he didn't want to wait for that. He wanted more money. And he supposedly spoke to a stripper. The stripper had a friend, so it was 4 people that got arrested. He got arrested. The stripper got arrested. The man got arrested.
God dang, that's like a RICO.
One more person got arrested. Yeah, we don't know about him yet, but
we got a video clip.
Meanwhile, a guilty plea in a murder for hire case involving a reality TV star from the show Welcome to Sweetie Pies. Travell Hill is one of 4 people charged in this case, and he confessed to killing Andre Montgomery back in 2016. Montgomery is the grandson of Sweetie Pie's founder. Also charged in that case is Montgomery's uncle, Tim Norman.
It's uncle, man. How you get taken out by your uncle?
How you pay a shooter? And they say they paid $9K just for this whole thing. It was wire transfer for a whole bunch of wire transfers up to $9K. You paid $9K for the shooter to do the job. The shooter gets arrested and then snitches. What's the point? I could have did it myself.
Yeah.
And the crazy part was the way they took him out.
You're all thinking like, I know ways that you could have got away with it. You should just came to me.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then the grandma was saying, "Oh, it was crazy the way he got shot." So
she was like, he got taken out randomly. She's like, it had to be someone he knew. It just had to be.
Exactly, because he got a phone call. He went outside. He got shot. It's like he wouldn't come outside for nobody else. So, I mean, they did a whole investigation about this, and the crazy part was Tim Norman was all on social media saying, it wasn't me. Thank everybody for their prayers and hopes we're going to get through this. And turns out that you did the whole thing like you was just being a greedy person.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell his mind wasn't right. Look at his haircut. I don't know what that is. I mean, he was trying to do a faux hawk, but it did not look right on his funny shaped head.
This ain't 2002. You ain't Roscoe Dash.
Roscoe Dash was not 2002, fool. Roscoe Dash was like 2010, 2011.
You get the drift.
Oh my God, 2002.
This is coming from
2002 is like Nelly.
This is coming from the COP. I know my math.
You're a cop. You're a COP. He said it here. Don't trust this man. He's a COP. He's a little piggy that could. You said it, not me, man. You gotta check him. He's wearing a wire over here. Is he wearing a wire? You gotta watch this, man. He done ripped out his headset.
That was so funny. But
so what you are again?
Let's see.
I'm just clarifying. You go, as the resident COP. That's a cop.
I mean, POC. I meant to say POC. I said it backwards. Oh my God. See, man, y'all know, man. I got a little.
These jokes write themselves, people.
Don't blame me. Blame the strawberry margaritas.
Yep.
And don't blame me for this next topic right here, but looks like my Capricorn counterpart, Angela Yee.
Capricorn's always cap. Can't trust them.
We never cap.
Always cap.
Whatever. Looks like Angela Yee is finally speaking her mind, and I've been waiting for this for the longest. So you already know Angela Yee been talking about leaving the Breakfast Club. She finally left. They gave her own TV show. Her own radio station show, and she's hosting it. But now she went on an interview on this Tamron Hall.
Wait.
That's the name of the show right there. It's like in the corner. I can't see it. It's real small.
Oh, exclusive with Tamron?
Yeah, Tamron. She went on.
Is that Megatron's cousin?
It's a black woman. This is Women's History Month. You're disrespectful.
It's my birthday month. That supersedes, man. Supersedes.
So misogyny.
Yeah, it's a birthday month and Women's History.
Misogyny at its finest.
No, it's emotional damage.
First he takes away Pocahontas land. Then he erases Tinkerbell. Now
that's not me, man. But Angela says she didn't get any support and she was the only female employee at Breakfast Club. DJ Envy even responds. He goes, "Cap, that's just not true. There are plenty of women that work behind the scenes on the Breakfast Club." And one of the women he mentioned was Taylor, who's familiar with the podcasting with Charlemagne. I think she's helps out on Flagrant and on Brilliant Idiots.
Yes.
So I mean, so apparently there wasn't. Maybe she's talking about. I mean, in a trio, if there's 3 of y'all. I mean, unless you're all the same sex, it's like there's gonna be one more than the other. It's not it's not an even number.
I gotta see what she says. Let me see what the video say first before I gotta say what I gotta say.
Woman, so it is if somebody can't understand your point of view because they're not coming from where you come from, and so that was hard for me too, to be the only woman there with nobody to be like, check somebody. You shouldn't have said that like that. It's just me, and there were times I did do that behind the scenes because. We should be able to do that. That's part of what it is. I'm not always going to agree. But she
did it behind the scenes, so basically ain't doing nothing. Right. The fans ain't seen that.
Let's all have a conversation about this. It's just kind of like you say what you say and then...
Goofy.
You say what you say and then that's it. But, I mean, I understand what she's feeling. Like, she got in trouble for, like, the Charlemagne thing with Little Mama or like, the situation with Erica Mena.
Or Azalea
Banks. They were all getting backlash for it. And a lot of people were saying, like, oh, yeah, you
got to stick up for women.
Angela Yee isn't, she likes to throw rocks and hide her fist and everything. And she's not really for women empowerment. She's just all for herself. So, I mean, that's kind of messed up if she really is doing that. And then the fact that she was like, oh, yeah, I was the only woman there. And what I think DJ Envy came out and was like, oh, that's a lie.
My co-host was telling me I got to change the ways. He goes, you can't have it your way. And I go, why? And he goes, it's Women's History Month. You got to be nice to me. And I go, what? I said, is there something you're trying to tell me, co-host? Because last month he was like, it's Black History Month. You got to be nice to me. And he told me it's Women's History Month. You got to be nice to me this month.
Listen here.
So I'm like, are you trying to tell me? Are you the next Jenner? Are you friends with Caitlyn?
No, I've been hanging around with Dwayne Wade's son.
Oh my God.
We go to the same nail tech.
Me and Boozy are gonna jump you.
Man,
I'm gonna get Boozy on my side.
I'm gonna get Boozy on my side, but
Boozy knows what's up. Boozy said if he sees the Gabrielle Union, it's on site. It's on site.
Oh man, but speaking of Boosie and speaking of DJ Envy.
Dingy Envy.
Looks like he has something to say too. Besides tweeting on Instagram, making these comments, it shows like they actually caught DJ Envy on the side and they actually had an interview to talk to him about. Let's see what he had to say.
Angela Yee reflected on her time at the show and talked about being the only woman working on the Breakfast Club show. What's your reaction?
I mean, she was. I mean, it was her, Charlemagne, and myself, so she was the only woman on air. But behind the scenes, there was so many different... I mean, our boss, the actual person that pays our bills and pays our checks and hires us, is Thea Mitchum, a Hampton University graduate, by the way, who's a woman. There's a bunch of women there. I think she misspoke. I think her words were taken out of I guess, technicality. I'm sure she'll clean it up. But there's a lot of women that work on that show. I mean... We can go from Taylor, who's a producer now, to Sydney, to Samantha, to Claudia was a producer, Sasha was a producer. There was a lot of women on there. There was a lot of diverse people on there. But, I'm glad that she has her own show. She's doing well. I'm excited for her. We come on early. She comes on right after us. So, I mean, it's like anything else. Sometimes, it's no problems, no beef, nothing like that. But I just felt like, she didn't, I guess her comments and the things that she said were taken out of character, taken out of what they really meant.
Yeah.
You think he's just trying to cover up something? He doesn't want to really speak how he really feel because DJ Envy
he
is
said
passionate.
The truth. He goes like, well, if it's a 3-person show and there's 2 guys and 1 girl, then I guess that would be true.
Yeah, that's the only way I can really see it. But I mean, you're not the only woman there. Like they have other people there.
Yeah,
that's gonna talk.
Taylor's always around. Taylor, shout out Taylor. She does a good job. She, I actually like the episodes on Brilliant Idiots when she would actually get on there more because she always I don't know. It seems like Charlemagne and Schultz that they have more fun whenever they're
getting on Taylor.
They're getting on Taylor.
True.
Because sometimes they're like, "That's not true at all, Taylor."
It looks like here, who also said it's not true. Little Mama said, "Oh please," she was up there playing foul games too. She was helping make multiple. She has helped make multiple women of color, especially, feel like the only woman in the room. numerous of times, rock throwing hands, hiding, and what?
B-word.
B-word. And then you got Erica Mena. You know, the whole DJ Envy situation. He cheated on his wife with Erica Mena, if you didn't know. And I'm guessing, like...
she had some words. She said, is this the same woman who helped DJ Shrimp play along in living his double life once upon a time? One of the few at a time that actually knew the truth of him being married, because the truth is for years he never openly acknowledged that, which is why I was one of the many he was with. She would be hanging with us knowing I was absolutely unaware that he was indeed married, but still joined in with him fabricating this cry wolf scenario on radio just so he can save face in his broken marriage. The same woman that spoke about my child on air just helped him degrade me. The effing nerve. Boy, do things come for full circle.
True. And then on top of that, you know, you got the whole K. Michelle situation when Mano went on there and talked about how K. Michelle smelled like fish, and Angela Yee was pumping that up. So, you know, K. Michelle don't like Angela Yee. So, I mean, it's a lot of figure pointing. I don't know, man.
I'm going to get burned for this one.
What? Whoa. I got some pills for that.
No, not like that. Not like that, Cracker Jack. No, I'm talking about, I was watching an old Beyonce video, and I was like, I could see why she left the group. I was like, she was the only star. These were some...
So you think Angela Yee was the star of the whole thing?
No. The star of the show is Charlamagne.
You think Charlamagne's the star of the Breakfast Club, not DJ?
For sure. He's the biggest one. He's got the most shows. He's got the most influence. I would say he's the biggest name. I don't know. I mean, I think they all bring something to the table, and I actually like them all going back and forth because they wouldn't always agree, and they would kind of, you know, bicker with each other, which is fun.
Yeah.
But I've just felt like Charlamagne, he's had many shows and been on shows, and I feel like he's done the most outside of it, where I felt like Angela Yee and DJ Envy were more content with like just being Breakfast Club, where Charlamagne was striving to do more.
You do know that that's one of the other reasons why they say Angela Yee left was because when Gucci Mane and Charlamagne the guy did that one-on-one interview, and they talked about Angela Yee, and she didn't like that.
Oh yeah, well that was Gucci's fault. And I'm not gonna lie, if I was in that same situation and Gucci started like giving me the dirty deets, I'm probably going to hear it, man. I'm not going to tell him, hey, that's my co-host. I don't want to hear this amazing story that's going to be amazing content. I'll be like, you just got to suck it up on that one. But apparently she already did.
Whoa. So if you didn't know, Angela Yee said Gucci Mane tried to hit on me and all that stuff. And I guess Gucci Mane had another story. I need to stay tuned and listen to what else he had to say. That's crazy. But moving on to the next topic, looks like everybody's favorite fast food chain, not Burger King, McDonald's.
Yeah, so it looks like McDonald's franchise owners push back against the Cardi B and Offset celebrity meal, claiming the rappers go against company values.
I guess they didn't hear that WAP song.
That's exactly why. Because they didn't want no... I'm not going to say this. It's keep it G-rated. Some McDonald's franchise owners are pushing back. Yeah, we got that. Franchises fear that the celebrity couple runs counter to McDonald's brand. Across our marketing, we're focused on putting McDonald's at the center of culture, the company told Insider. And Cardi B says still one of the collabs that brought them the most revenues. Go get your McWop. Laugh my ass off.
Oh Lord!
See? That's why they're not wanting to serve at Cardi B. That's exactly why. But apparently, it's funny that she says that it's done the best revenue wise. Because I thought when we were doing our research on this, that it said that the Cardi B and Offset meal has done the lowest next to Sweetie. That the Cardi B and Offset meal and the Sweetie meal were their lowest selling collabs of all time, which I don't understand because they're selling Sweetie sauce. I would have got the whole thing.
You still ain't getting no Sweetie sauce.
Oh, I'm gonna get that Sweetie sauce
for the zesty sauce. You want some?
No, we know you hold pockets. We don't need to talk about that.
No,
you escaped that life.
But I still don't understand. I mean, with the whole McDonald's prices, like when you go to McDonald's, I'd rather order the 2 for $3, the fries and the double cheeseburger. Like I don't need all that stuff.
You know what you get on Sonic?
As Sonic?
The foot-long coney.
Glizzy gone.
My co-host, yeah, exactly. My co-host said he does the glizzy gone trick. It used to be the corn dog trick, but now he calls it the glizzy gone trick. So my co-host gets the foot-long coney, right? And he's able to, in one fell swoop, take it and de-bread it and still leave the wiener on the stick. Is that magic or what?
Why do you love telling the story so much?
You know, it's ain't no rumor they call him the throat goat.
Whoa. Does nobody say that? That is horrible.
Word on the streets.
Oh man, but word on the streets is with this whole Cardi B and Offset meal. I mean, McDonald's should have did their research first. Like, you should have known who you were doing business with. Like, you can't get mad that you can't make somebody sign a deal, advertise and be like, oh yeah, we don't support it over here. Everybody should sell it. So if I want my Cardi B meal in Michigan, Ohio,
They probably ain't doing it.
They probably not doing it, but they need to.
But if they would have named it the McWop, I'll probably get two.
Is the Megan Thee Stallion WAP or the Cardi B WAP?
Apparently the Megan Thee Stallion WAP, the bread ain't good on that one. It looks like the bread's a little moldy, if you know what I mean.
Oh man, but speaking of moldy old bread, it looks like here one of these next topics here.
Man, you can't talk about my boy
Little Mosey.
Little Mosey, bro.
Little Mosey.
He doesn't look like expired bread. Come on.
Hey, looks like
he still got some pigment.
Looks like here Little Mosey finally beat his arcade case.
His arcade case, exactly.
Arcade case.
You can read the screen how it's blurred. But TMZ has learned Lil Mosey, aka what is his name, Lathan?
Yeah,
you're losing in life already. If you're like, who is Nathan? And you go, you're Lathan. Was cleared of all charges by jury Thursday, as we reported. He pled not guilty and has maintained that from the start he didn't do anything wrong. We're told he passed a polygraph test with flying colors too. He was potentially looking at a max sentence of life in prison if convicted. You recall Eccles was charged with after a woman claimed she and a girlfriend were both in 2021 by him and another man after going to see them at a cabin. So you're trying to get these girls in the woods?
Hey, cabin fever. But that's enough playing. But it looks like here the story is back in 2021, Little Mosey, his friends, had some girls come over. Supposedly before they started drinking, the girl gave consent, like, oh yeah, we finna smash and all that stuff. And supposedly they already did some stuff anyway, so they're gonna do it again. But I guess she got too drunk, and she said she got too drunk, she doesn't remember anything, and the next thing you know, she says, oh yeah, these guys are here on top of me, and they're forcing themselves on top of me. But then turns out later on it wasn't enough evidence. Lil Mosey passed a polygraph test saying that he didn't do anything. His friend, I guess DJ Band, also he didn't do a polygraph test, but he states that he wasn't even in the room when that happened. But it looks like there's a third suspect that's still going to court for this, that we still gotta stay tuned for. But I mean, this is just wrong. Like,
it messed up his career.
It messed up his whole career.
He was going up and up with his popularity.
Blueberry Yum. It's a blueberry. I forgot. Blue something. Come and blow. Y'all know the song. Don't slander me. Y'all know the song. Blue something. Blueberry Faygo. Blueberry Faygo.
And he was on the come up, and then this came out, and like any of the deals that was in the works, they immediately stopped. It away. And he really hasn't. No one's been playing him because of these allegations, and now he's innocent. So it's like, is he going to get a second chance, or is this permanently stained his career? I would honestly be looking to sue this person for like what Johnny Depp did to his ex for,
defamation of character.
Yeah, defamation, saying that they lost opportunities because of these allegations.
I believe it, because I mean, he did lose a lot of opportunities, and you know how the rap game works. It's like popcorn, man. As soon as it's like, it's a new artist every other week. It's a new artist. So, and he's probably got the same sound you got, but even better. So hopefully he does get back on. He comes out with some more hits. It looks like as soon as this happened, he made a post like thanking everybody for supporting him, and he's glad that this is finally over with. It's like a dark cloud lifted off his head. But I mean, there it goes to show you, like, when you're a rapper or a celebrity making millions, you got to be careful who you be around, because it looks like a lot of these people are quick to blame it on alcohol. And you can.
What was that TPA song?
Blame it on the goose.
Blame it on the alcohol, baby. Right?
Yeah, that was a song.
That's what Lil Mosey said. He's like, we're listening to T-Pain.
Man, but speaking of
my co-host, this was something that he used to watch back in the day that he thought was hilarious, but it looks like the joke's on him because he could have had her for himself. But we got Honey Boo Boo.
I do not want Honey Boo Boo at all. Stop playing.
Got a little boo boo, and that boo boo is up to no good.
So it looks like Honey Boo Boo and her boyfriend were out driving around, and I guess he was driving too fast, he did some illegal lane changing, and the cops was on him. This led to a cop chase. Cop pulled him over, found out the guy was intoxicated. Of course, I mean, you know, they're Hollywood people. Like, you know, Hollywood people, they always drinking. It's daytime. As soon as they wake up, they popping opioids and they drinking vodka. They drinking vodka.
Mimosas.
Exactly.
But it looks. Go ahead.
He had a gun on him too. I mean, like, they're celebrities. That's what celebrities do. They have guns.
Honey Boo Boo needs to pack a 9.
Honey Boo Boo's like 17 or 16 years old.
She needs a 9.
He's like.
So if Ja needs a 9, Honey Boo Boo needs a 9.
Listen, Honey Boo Boo's not worth 200 M's. What she is?
She might be. She might
below. Be. What's
Don't be talking down on Honey Boo Boo like that. Honey Boo Boo might come and slap you with a fistful of money. She said, "Big bank, take little bank,"
and then just slap me in the face.
Yeah. But yeah, this is weird to see Honey Boo Boo so old because you still see the memes of her being like a 7-8-year-old kid all the time on the internet.
Exactly.
And it's weird. Is like she kind of looks the same, just larger.
She does. She looks exactly the same. And I mean, hopefully nothing really bad happens to her boyfriend. I mean, even though he really shouldn't be dating her, I don't know why.
He's like 4 years older,
She's like 16. He's
21. She's like 18 and he's like 21 or 22.
She's 18 now? I thought she's like 17.
I don't know. I mean, it's like only like a 3-4 year difference.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we know you're not afraid of that difference.
Disgusting.
So my co-host is from the 80s. I don't know. Have you had a friend from the 2000s?
No, not 2000s. Hell, she's 23. No, yeah. I had a 23-year-old.
Oh,
I had a 23-year-old. She was 23.
Self snitching at an all-time high.
She was 23.
Yeah, but now the other ones know.
Horrible. It's disgusting. But it looks.
She was celebrating her Michael Jordan year, so she needed me.
I had to show her why she was great.
I had to show her what the tongue out means.
Disgusting. But speaking of disgusting, man, it's time. We made it to the middle of the show, and if you
time to throw you to your favorite place, the couch.
Listen here, man.
If
you didn't know, we at the middle of the show. In the middle of the show, we like to wind down, relax, pop a couple bottles, kick up.
Remember, we don't have to worry anymore because it's not in the intro.
Hey, so shut the fuck up and listen.
Watch your mouth. So it's the couch that never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When I sit on the couch, I yell, couch. Announcements.
Exactly. So you already know, man, we got video dropping. I need to check out our crib reactions. We got a bunch of video dropping this week.
Check out the Clips channel if you want to watch this show cut up and in lesser definition, because this show's in 1080p. Clips is only in 720. So if you're watching the Clips channel, you're truly losing. So you need to support this channel, because I don't know how the Clips channel surpassed us in subscribers. This is the main show.
It's shorter.
Everyone likes little short clips because they got short minds.
And that's why we had to add the shorts on this page, to try to speed it up a little bit.
Check out TFTC Gaming. I play 2K videos every Tuesday and Thursday. I want to make a new skate video. I want to play the new Skater XL course. My co-host does a bunch of wrestling videos, and the people want to know, when are you going to drop a UFC video? We got UFC. I've been waiting to see you. You've been the one practicing. I'm like, I want to see you.
I did this one match. I was finna record it. I thought I was finna win.
Are you gonna make your own character? Because I made a character and then like played twice, and my co-host took it over.
I'm gonna just play with your character and just win all the way through. I'm gonna show this one. I'm gonna actually have 2 videos dropping on Wednesday.
Whoa!
So you already know.
Oh, and I might try to play a Gundam video. Oh, and there's a new Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. So I will be getting that game when it comes out, and I will get the best edition. That's how I rock. But let's go ahead and get you in tune with what else we going on our favorite channel. That's not this channel. Crib Reaction. Check us out on Crib Reaction. Get us to 4K. We're at 3.8K. I want to hit 4K for my birthday, man. We got like 20 something days here. So, you know, go ahead and get us to 4K subs.
We getting views. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, check out. We just dropped Shakira 4 hours ago that got 340. We got Lil Mabu Trip to the Hood. We got B First, man, 5.4K. We got Lil Wayne showing that he still got it, still the GOAT. And we got Lotto, and we got Linkin Park.
324. I'm surprised with that one.
Yeah, it's a rock video. You know, our international videos, I don't know why they love us. You know, it's like if we start killing it, man, we might have to move overseas because they love us over there. We love Crib Reactions. We want y'all to come over here. So shout out
Passport Bros. Let's go.
Passport Bros. That's gonna be the next channel, and that's gonna be uncensored.
Oh my God. Speaking of uncensored, looks like we're going back into the show. Looks like one of my co-hosts' favorite rappers just beat a case.
Yeah, I'm happy he beat the case, but I listen to him sometimes, but he's not one of my favorites. But Dudio wins his 11 million defamation lawsuit against FTM Bay after accusing him of sexually assaulting her son.
If
you remember, go ahead.
You can say it. You remember it.
Apparently, she accused him saying that he did weird stuff to her son, like putting nuts and bolts in his rectum. And, like, why would someone do that? It just sounds, like, weird and hateful. And it come out that was all a lie, and she coached her little kid to say that. And it got proven in court, and he won his defamation lawsuit because he's like, I could have lost my career over this. People didn't truly mess with me or believe in me. They could have said that, you know, this guy's accused of this and he's kicked out of everything.
True.
So he could have lost his whole career, but OTF stood behind him, and it turned out he was telling 100% the truth, and this is a setup by an angry ex. Because he did not want to be with her anymore, and she goes, so you're going to be with me or pay the price, and she tried to make up a story to make him pay the price.
I guess her OnlyFans must have been running out.
Yeah, happens to a lot of chicas.
And then it looks like also on top of that, to add fuel to the flame, she also went on Tasha K's show, and you know spoke some more dirt on Lil Duty Low. This is what she had to say.
I can show you, but I'm not gonna play it on the camera. But for two, if I was making this up and the police thought I was lying, I'd be in jail. Well, it's called perjury. Well, let me ask you.
And exactly where you are now, in jail.
In jail.
And it looks like here on the next slide, she also got arrested. And it looks like here.
Oh, we got another image of this. Okay.
It looks like here she got arrested. And, you know, people were saying that, you know, I mean, not people, but she's saying that this court case wasn't fair. Like, I got arrested before court even happened. It's crazy. I got arrested. The court happened, and I lose my case. I bet if I would have had an actual fair chance, I would have won. But
I don't know. It seems like she's been lying the whole time.
She lies a lot.
I don't know what to tell this woman. I don't know what her reason is or what's going on, but she needs to be punished to the full extent of the law. Maybe they should give her some nuts and bolts, if you know what I mean. But is this, we got a video here? Let's see. Really? Is she gonna wear a dress to get arrested? That's the hardest way to arrest somebody in a dress. It looks, it's your other COP friends.
You ahead. Oh man, but hopefully this is all over with. Hopefully she just stopped lying on my dog Duty Low. He didn't do anything. He won. Now $11 million. She doesn't have that, so I don't even know what you're gonna even do with all that. Just like stop talking about me.
He's gonna what's it called?
Take all the OnlyFans money.
Yeah, he's gonna start garnishing her wages.
What wages?
Her OnlyFans wages.
She doesn't get that. She doesn't get $11 million worth of OnlyFans wages.
No, she's gonna pay it $50 at a time
for the rest of her life.
For the rest of her life, every paycheck, $50 going to Duty Low.
That's horrible. But speaking of
that's
horrible,
really what happens sometimes.
I can
sometimes
see that.
if it's like that, it's like they literally get like
lowest.
A paycheck, like a couple $100 a paycheck until you pay them off.
I mean, if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. Hopefully, Duty Low has a heart, doesn't make her pay all this, just
no, don't have a heart, man. She tried to baptize you. Let her go out on flames.
Okay, so speaking of going out on flames, I hope you have the same energy for this next topic here.
Lil Tink.
Looks like here Disney Channel's taking away another one. You already know about the Tinkerbell. You already know about the Little Mermaid movie. Supposedly there's something going on with the Pinocchio movie that happened, but it looks like here now they got the Tinkerbell movie, and they sprinkled a little blackness on it.
So social media reacts to Disney casting Yara Shahidi as Tinkerhill, and they're basically making fun of Tinkerbell.
You said Tinkerhill.
Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. But they're making fun, and they saying that, they made Black Velma, they made Black Little Mermaid, Black Tinkerbell. Next, it's going to be N-word SpongeBob.
Let's go.
I think that's what they said. We were looking at this before, and we're like, we don't know what they marked out.
I think, don't we?
Because that would be the only reason they'd mark it out.
Hey, do you think we play this clip, they're going to let it slide?
What?
The Tinkerbell clip.
Oh, yeah, because YouTube has been blocking everything. I mean, let me go ahead and make sure it's muted. Let me make sure it's muted. We'll just show it.
Yeah, we'll just show it. So it looks like here, Tinkerbell, she's black in this movie.
And they're like, Tinkerbell's blonde hair, blue eyes.
And everybody's in the uproar about this because they're like, oh, yeah, Disney Channel, they're just putting blackness and putting other races all over these old movies that they used to do. And it's not fair. And
a lot of people are saying, like, basically, why don't they do stories or tales of, like, true things that would actually... that black people would want as far as their own original stories, rather than doing old stories where they had a white person and just switching it out. They're saying, why not let people have new original stories that would truly be for them and their people? But they're saying that switching everything out is kind of like, it's lazy. So, I mean, I don't know what to think. I don't really care about these little kid movies anymore. I don't know, but Disney does mess up things, so.
I mean, yeah, of course. You already know Disney does a lot of mess up things. If you know the real story of the real story of Tangled, and what was it, Pocahontas, and
well, yeah, but I mean, they've been basically having problems with this because they've been selective whenever they've been getting mad at their own cast for getting on it. Like in Star Wars, Gina Carano was Cara Dune, and she got fired for some of her tweets and things she said. And then Pedro Pascal, who plays the Mandalorian, said things that were equally as troublesome, I would say, on his Twitter, but he didn't get in trouble while she got fired because he was more left-leaning and she was more right-leaning. And they're saying that now they're almost being like, if you're part of a certain political party, they almost don't want you working at Disney, that Disney's trying to send a very leftist message.
I can see that. I can see
a very woke leftist message.
I can see Disney Channel being real woke and all this. I guess they're trying to clear stuff up, but we'll never forget what you did, Walt Disney. I remember. Even though it's not Black History Month, I still remember. And Draymond Green, kick rocks. You know what you said.
What did Draymond Green say? Oh, Draymond Green. That was the same guy that said he didn't believe in Black History Month. He goes, "It's the shortest month. I'd rather not celebrate it at all than have it in the month of February." I don't know. Do you share the same sentiments as Draymond?
Listen, I feel like Black History Month should be every month. We should celebrate even on March. It should be 2 months. and then your birthday should be moved over to the next month.
No.
Yes.
My birthday would still proceed. Proceeds. Women's History Month proceeds. No, I'm kidding. I'm not trying to get canceled.
Okay. But speaking again,
I'll let you slide.
Speaking of getting canceled,
y'all made peanut butter,
and not you don't even eat peanut butter and jelly.
I love peanut butter. What are you talking about? Dogs love peanut butter. Everyone loves peanut butter. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich is the GOAT. You know what my favorite snack back in the day was? Whenever I was
peanut butter and crackers.
Yeah, in like early high school.
What?
I used to like watch my favorite shows late at night. And I would make peanut butter and jelly crackers on Ritz crackers. You know, you get Ritz crackers, you put peanut butter on like 15, 20 crackers, and then you get jelly, and you squirt a little bit of grape jelly on each one. Get a big glass of milk. You ready.
Both coasts is having flashbacks of peanut butter, which is crazy. And the fact that...
No, I know. We studied Black history in school. I also know first open heart surgery.
Okay. What you got? Spit the knowledge out. What else you got?
Nah, now you're putting me on the spot. It's hard to think. I know peanut butter and open heart surgery. Was it potato chips? Potato chips as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because he sliced the potatoes too thin.
Did you know that Rosa Parks wasn't the first black woman to have to sit in the back of the bus? That supposedly there was another black woman that did it a couple years before that, but she was a younger kid and she was pregnant, and they just felt like that wouldn't have been a good story.
Probably, yeah, I heard something about that. But they gave Rosa all the perks.
Yeah, they gave Rosa all the perks. But enough about all that stuff, man. Comment below if you know about that. But this next topic here got South Carolina in uproar. Looks like here Alex Murdaugh has finally been sentenced. And if you didn't know, the Netflix show that is called The Murdaughs.
This is the widest thing I've ever seen. Alex Murdaugh sentenced to consecutive life sentences. Supposedly he was running a shell game financially and ended up murking his own wife and son and faking like it was somebody else that did it. They have a whole Netflix documentary, and it's like, I don't understand. Even if your financials is going down the tube and you're about to be investigated. Oh, and I think you had showed me that the son had been like the drunken boating accident. Yeah, where he killed one of his friends.
He tried to use that as he tried to use it as the alibi for. No, he tried to use that as the motive for them getting killed, but they didn't believe
None
that.
of it made sense, man. If you're gonna check your books and your books ain't good, then you're just screwed. You got to eat that. I don't see why taking off your wife and your own son, even if it's gonna shift the attention to that. I mean, it's just for a moment, and then they're going to go back to the books, and then you don't have those people with you anymore. This is just really weird, and I don't understand why he did any of this. Do you understand any of like?
I mean, I guess he was embarrassed about the whole money situation. And if you didn't know, what's going on is that this happens in South Carolina. The Murdaugh family has a lot of money, generations of money. They own a law firm from the grandfather, the father to him. They have a lot of money in a small town. Looks like here they've been doing a lot of suspicious activity. This isn't the first death that they've been going through. Looks like here there was also a nanny they had that they that they said that, oh yeah, she died because she tripped over a dog and hit her head on some cinder block bricks.
So everyone's dying around this family?
Everybody's dying around this family, and just so happens these people are calling the cops as soon as it happens. And then the funny thing is about this whole murder is he kills the mom. He kills the mom, he kills the son, and the way they solve the mystery is they say, oh yeah, well, we looked at your phone, we looked at the radar, and we looked at the walks in your phone, and you had like 0 walks. So if you had 0 walks, but you said you were just at grandma's house, you would have some phone activity, but we didn't see that. And then they seen how like he killed them. Then he drove all the way to the mom's house like 45 minutes or an hour, then came back later, and then as soon as he made it back to the property, 20 seconds later, he called the cops. Like he wasn't even there long enough to even discover that the bodies were here or there, but he already knew. So that's what caught him, and that's what has me so amazed that these cops can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that they have access like that. They got access like that. This turned into Minority Report, and we're truly all doomed.
Yeah, I mean, they really want you. They can get you. Like, they follow the GPR radar. Say, oh yeah, we didn't see any. Your phone wasn't binging here. Then we looked at your son's Snapchat, and your son's posted on Snapchat here.
That's crazy that they could just get your GPS. Like, they just literally send a subpoena to whatever your mobile carrier is, and like, we need all the texts and geolocations of this dude on this date, and they give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like. So better watch what you're doing, people. But let's check out this video clip.
All right, Mr. Murdaugh, I sentence you to the State Department of Corrections on each of the murder indictments in the murder of your wife, Maggie Murdaugh. I sentence you for a term of the rest of your natural life for the murder of Paul Murdaugh, whom you probably love so much. I sentence you to prison for murdering him for the rest of your natural life. Those sentences will run consecutive. Under the statute involving possession of a weapon during a violent crime, there is no sentence where a life sentence.
And with all this, they say that his lawyer's gonna appeal it, so they think he's gonna appeal and at least get the life sentence taken off, so that he can get out
Parole.
Parole.
But man, he's kind of old, so you think he can still manage like a 30-year bid?
I don't. He probably could, but remember he was saying he had an opioid problem. He was taking at least like 60 pills a day. So I mean, like, and I guess that's
he was just high out of his damn mind.
Yep. Then on top of that, they're thinking like he had another. There was another accomplice he had with him. So I mean, it's more to this to come. I mean, we'll see what's going on, but this is crazy. And
is that the other son crying in the top right?
Yeah, and what makes it crazier is how these like TV shows nowadays, as soon as a murder happens, like while you're on trial, they already got a documentary for it.
They coming out with it fresh and hot.
And then it's like how you come out with a documentary or something that's not even over with yet?
Comment below. Did you see the Gunna and Young Thug documentary on Hulu? Like Rat Trap.
How do they have a documentary about that? That's not even over with yet. They said
they got it up to the point. Like they're gonna take you like, oh, this is how everything started. And they're going to take you all to everything until they got there arrested. And then like, they're still going through trial at this time. Doom, doom, doom.
Too much work. See,
they'll probably do an update later when it's just concluded.
See, I mean, people, and then I feel like, what about like when you make documentaries like this, but then you tell the jury like you can't watch TV, you can't do this, you can't do that, and then like this is on Netflix, like everybody watches Netflix, so you're gonna see this.
I mean, that's what I don't understand about like jury selection when it comes to trials. They're like, we want someone that's not familiar with this stuff. Well, I mean, unless someone doesn't really. Not on the internet, they're not going to see this, but I mean, I don't know, it just makes it a lot harder. And I just honestly don't think that our justice system is that good.
True.
When it comes to being judged by a jury of your peers, a lot of our peers are death at us. So it's like, do I really want a bunch of death at us determining my fate in a court case? These a bunch of uneducated people that don't know nothing.
Sure, you got a point.
No, I wouldn't want that in a court case, but this guy's guilty. I'll say that.
Yeah, he's guilty. I mean, he's gonna get what he deserves. I mean, it's sad he took away. He loved his kids and everything, but I guess he just didn't want to go through that public.
I could see that weird little one on the left with a weird little smirk. Okay. He probably smiled when he murked him. He's like, "Your face is annoying, son."
Okay.
Damn. TV turned off.
Oh man, speaking of,
sorry guys, we don't have no heart over here.
Speaking of being
we have all jokes and no heart.
Speaking of being annoying, this next topic here is real annoying and ignorant. Looks like Deion Sanders is under the fire right now because of the words he had to say.
Coach Prime says when he is recruiting for a QB, he looks at a 2-parent household, 3.5 GPA, and leadership skills. But when he's recruiting a DN, he prefers an athlete from a single-parent home, barely making it on free lunch, who are hungry to get their mom out of poverty.
I mean, I don't see any problem with this. I mean, like, it makes sense. If you want a defensive player, you want them hungry, and there's nobody hungrier than somebody in a single-parent household.
It's one of those things. It's one thing to think and it's one thing to openly say it. It's one of those type of things.
Well, you should have just kept it to yourself.
Yeah, it's like he could still do this, but he should have kept it to himself. Not everything has to be public. But I understand exactly why he's doing this, because the QB, he's looking for someone that's going to be a leader, so someone that's experienced leadership. So that's why he's looking for a 2-parent household. Also, the 3.5 GPA, is he wants someone smart enough to read the defenses and make the adjustments on the fly. You don't understand when you're like a quarterback or someone that has to read the defense, make the adjustments on the fly. You're thinking, and you got to make those decisions in a split second. So if you're someone that's not good in school, you're probably not going to be good at making split second decisions. So it's kind of messed up to say, but it's 100% true that you would want your QB to have a good GPA. He also said that about his linemen, because especially, I mean, even with the lineman in the center, the center is almost like the quarterback of the lineman. He's reading the defense and he's making the block calls on basically what the blocking scheme is going to be for any given play. So, I mean, those people do need to be smart and be able to read the defense and understand what the defense is trying to do. And with the defensive end, there's not really that much thinking. I mean, you're going to line up, and then the goal is to get the quarterback. So a lot of that is just being hungry and running over people and then accomplishing your goal.
Wanting more.
So, I mean, it's kind of messed up that he's saying that, but it's 100% true. Nothing what he's saying is actually wrong.
Maybe we just taking it out of pocket. Maybe when he said it right here in this video, it wasn't really as bad. Let's see.
Let's watch the clip.
Bags are different. Yeah. We want mother, father, dual parent. We want that kid to be 3, 5 and up, because he got to be smart. Not bad decisions off the field at all, because he has to be a leader of men. It's so many different attributes and what we look for. Physical, I mean, offensive lineman. Defensive lineman is totally opposite.
What do you mean?
Single mama. Trying to get it. He's on free lunch. I mean, like, I'm talking about just trying to make it. He trying to rescue mama. Like, mama barely made the flight.
See, I mean, with all the, I understand where he's coming from, but I guess, like you said, like, some things better left off just staying in your head and just being in closed doors. You shouldn't say it on TV, because people always be in their feelings about it.
It's fun to have interviews and get insight. It's one thing if you're like retired or something, but he's an active coach. And to actually say that out loud, it's going to make people look at him. But Deion, Coach Prime has always been a polarizing player on and off the field. So he was polarizing when he was, doing his thing when he was active in the league, and he's been polarizing as a coach. Deion's always going to be Deion. But, he's not wrong. I just think, in these touchy times where everyone gets offended by everything you say, I don't know if I would have taken the risk to say this out loud.
True. But you know who is taking the risk to say it out loud right now? Is our guy, the chosen one, the real top G.
What we're going to call him?
The top G.
Nah, man. Say what you're going to say.
The chosen one.
You called him the real what?
Top G.
This guy.
What are you
I heard you.
Nobody heard
You're
anything.
like, this guy a real top G.
What? I was gonna say frozen. I was gonna say
nah. But okay, Andrew Tate's manager confirms he has lung cancer. Dr. warns Tate's life is at risk if he delays treatment while he is in Romanian prison. Okay, a lot of people are asking me if Tate lung cancer story is true. Yes, it's true. I was the one traveling with him to and from the hospitals in Dubai. We don't have any more specifics to share. I don't know why specifics always messes me up, man. Every single time.
You're trying to say the S. You don't have to say Pacific.
No. I'm trying to sound educated.
Oh, Lord. So rumor was that Andrew Tate had lung cancer. When I first heard,
how does dude say that this is facts, and then we got this other thing saying otherwise?
We'll see. I mean, I don't understand this. When I first saw this, I was like, it could make sense. Like, he's always smoking cigars. It's tobacco. I mean, like, it's gonna happen. So I was totally blindsided when I went on Twitter and I seen that Andrew Tate said that this is all a lie. That he's really
okay.
He's like, I don't have cancer. My lungs contain what?
Precisely 0 smoking damage. In fact, I have a AL lung capacity and the vital signs of an Olympic athlete. There is nothing but scar on my lung from an old battle, because you know he was a UFC dude. True warriors are scarred both inside and out.
And I don't know, how does Andrew Tate continue to make it sound like he's just
superhuman,
like the Terminator.
He's coming back.
I will be back. I'll be back. So, I mean, like, hopefully this is really not true at all. I'm really hoping to believe Andrew Tate, you know, the top G about this. I really want to post this, but, you know, TikTok really be hating on the algorithms. Like, as soon
and for the people that hate on Andrew Tate, man, I know he says some outlandish things, but you got to understand that's the internet. That's like almost like him being like Charleston White. He's trying to say the craziest things just to get viral on the internet, because that's what people do. Some of the stuff he says is accurate, some of the stuff he says is over the top, but I don't think that he's just all bad like that. I think people sometimes take him maybe being over the top or trolling as like him being literally like that.
Yeah, because
you got to understand the sarcasm, man. Even with me, I have a whole lot of sarcasm every episode, and if you ain't picking up on it, you're just gonna be lost. So you got to get your sarcasm radar up to par, man.
Lost in the sauce, man. Lost in the sauce.
But you lost in the zesty sauce.
We're going to keep you more updated on this whole Andrew Tate debacle. I mean, he's still locked up. It's still free Andrew Tate. I'm guessing they're still going to hold him down for 120 days.
He's still flexing his legs.
And he's still flexing his legs, practicing his Cobra Clutch. But it looks like here we coming down to the last topic of the night, man. It looks like Vanessa Bryant, R.I.P. Kobe, finally reached a settlement with the L.A. County Sheriff and Police Department. She's gonna get at least $29 million in a settlement for the death of her husband. And if you didn't know, her husband died in a tragic plane accident. Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest Laker players ever. Police officers took pictures and photos of this, and they started passing it around. And you know, it hurt her. And she sued.
Yeah, so it looks like she settled with LA County, amounting in $28.8 million. This according to her lawyer, who says this resolves both Vanessa's original complaint and subsequent award, as well as any potential future claims from her surviving daughter. So basically, she had won like the first lawsuit that was like
16 mil.
Yeah, something like that. And then they were saying that all the daughters were eligible to do their own lawsuit, and she was going to take it to him again. And they just ended up to settle, like, we'll just pay you a lump sum of 28.8 and just saying that you and your daughters can't sue us anymore. And they took it. So, you know, it's crazy that these cops mess up. And it seems like these cops constantly mess up. And even when these people win, when they've been, you know, when they truly earn it and have been, you know, not treated correctly where they get paid out, even when they win, the people lose because it's coming out of taxpayer money.
Pretty much. So
I mean, so it's like, oh, the cops did bad, they got sued and they lost. Yeah, that's going to teach them a lesson. It's like, it's not taking it from their pensions, they're taking it from taxpayer money. So even whenever you try to punish the cops, you still punish the citizens, and a lot of times it's the citizens that are suing the cops for doing wrong. So it's honestly, you're doubly punishing the citizens. You're rewarding a citizen money for not treating them right by paying them money from other citizens. It's just backwards, man. And then the cops wonder why they have a bad time and no one likes them, and why everyone thinks that they were just picked on kids in school that got a badge and now they want to act big and bad. It's because of things like this. This is why no one likes cops. I'm sorry if you're an officer out there and you're actually a good one, but that would be one job I would never do in my life, because you know everyone's gonna hate you.
True.
And you know, wouldn't care less if you got murked. So I mean, it's yeah, but they brought it upon themselves, man. I mean, how many people how many bad, when they say, oh, it's a bad egg, it's not the whole basket. But when you got 20 million, 30 million bad eggs, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, exactly. You had 20 million bad eggs out of 100 million cops. The 20 million bad eggs are always right in the bunch. So I mean, looks like here, like the police are hoping that this is the end of everything. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna give her one big lump sum check. They're just gonna pay her overtime for the rest of her life, and she's saying that she's giving it to the
Mamba Foundation,
the Mamba Foundation,
supporting women's sports,
which supports women's sports. You know, another thing that
Kobe was into.
Kobe was into.
So he's a girl dad.
He was. So I mean, hopefully we'll keep y'all into this. We'll keep y'all updated on these topics and see what else comes up with Kobe Bryant. But looks like here we made it.
R.I.P. Kobe. Man, I truly was upset when Kobe passed away, because I was just like, I was of course, you know, sad for his family and everything, but as a basketball fanatic, I would say I was really messed up about the conversations that he's no longer going to be able to have. Because, you know, him being on TNT and talking about old memories with Shaq and this, or doing interviews or talking with Mike. Literally, Kobe talking to anybody, I listen to it. He talked to anybody on an interview. I listen to his interview anytime. Because Kobe, it's just him speaking was almost like its own art. He was art on the basketball. He had a brilliant mind. He spoke many languages. And this is the last thing on earth. You know, I hated him sometimes because I was a big fan of the Phoenix Suns, but I hated him because he was so talented, not for any other reason, just because he was scoring on my team too much. So, you know, Kobe was that dude, Mamba mentality. He's baby Jordan. He's the closest thing to Jordan we'll ever get. I'm sorry, LeBron, but Kobe is the closest thing to Jordan that we will ever get. And, you know, R.I.P. to him.
R.I.P. to GOAT.
I'm just, you know, I'm truly going to miss his mind.
Exactly. We're going to miss the GOAT. You know, he was a great basketball player. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure if he was still here, the Lakers wouldn't be in the predicament they in.
No, he would have got LeBron and AD and whipped them into shape. He should have said, "Street clothes, Davis, you're soft. You're soft, you like and I'm going to spank you."
You're looking like Kwame Brown. It's giving Kwame Brown.
Yeah, come on, Kwame. But speaking, let's get out of the sadness and get into some uplifting things. We got New Music Monday. Look at that beautiful logo.
You got a new Dragon Ball Z picture every time.
I know. It's because I'm great. Magnificent. Amazing.
Are you better than the playlist mix number 4?
I mean, this picture, I could leave it up here for days, people. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, check out New Music Monday. We got new music to introduce you every Monday because, you know, every Friday, everyone drops music, which is Thursday at about 11 o'clock for us. But before we get into the new music that dropped for the weekend, we're going to get to the new music that we added to our playlist. We got TFTC Music Mix number 4. We added a whole bunch of new songs. I even added a classic from THF Crack onto the music mix number 4. We got 43 videos on there, so check it out, man. Just hit the shuffle button, and you're gonna have a good time on there. That's another shocking compilation from Tales from the Crib.
I'm going to be adding some music videos to that. I would say by the end of tonight.
You're going to sleep. We're recording this episode actually, if you want to say in the morning, Monday morning, and releasing it Monday later morning. We'll see if YouTube doesn't. Somebody come get him. He's acting like a spiller.
It was a closed bottle.
Yeah, but you know your history of knocking cups over. But let's get past the music and get into the music that just dropped. New Music Friday. And we're gonna bring it to you on this Monday and let you know what just dropped. What do you see? We got
the new Dreamville Creeds tape that came out. We got Julio that came out. We got Buka 600 done came out. Young Nudie dropped the tape. Don Toliver dropped the deluxe tape. You know, so there's a lot of things that came out. You know, it wasn't really anything that good. I heard the Creed tape that was gonna be my pick, but you know, I ain't really mess with them like that. I found something way better than that. And it's gonna be my pick of the week. Y'all ready for it?
Yeah, I'm just looking. It was a medium week. I'll say it's a medium week. It wasn't a top tier week. It wasn't a low week. It was in the medium. We had some tapes drop, a whole bunch of singles, and that J-Hope, J. Cole coming soon on Crib Reaction. So if you're waiting for that, I've seen that video's out. We promised to you we're gonna give it to you. So the next time we record for Crib Reactions, we're gonna do it. I guarantee it. But let's go ahead and jump into our music picks of the week. And this next album could have been me and my co-host kind of mutual pick of the week because this is someone that we both listen to. We got the Julio with the Julio.
Final Destination, 15 tracks. I got to say, out of these 15 tracks, I like at least like 7 of them. No, like 5 to 7 of them I like. It was
that's pretty good. 50%, above 50.
You know, I need to check him out. You know, Julio Folia. I think he's from Duval, Jacksonville, Florida. You know, Florida stand up. I like him better than Young and Ace. I gotta say that. I like his music better than Young and Ace. And,
yeah.
You know,
what about what is it? Is
Whopper with a Chopper?
Spinner Benz.
Spinner Benz and them.
They're on Young and Ace's side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
I
it's
like
crazy.
Spinner Benz and them. Yeah.
I mean, they're okay. But I just feel like Young and Ace is the weakest out the bunch. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he is. But I mean,
he got them radio hits. I'm not gonna lie. He do those singing songs for the ladies.
That's what.
So maybe that's why you like him.
But then speaking of singing songs for the ladies, it looks like your artist sings a lot.
Oh yeah, we got all the singing songs for the ladies. We got my boy Buka 600. Somebody Save Me. He said this was one of his proudest albums of all time. It's a little short. I'm not gonna lie. It's only 10 songs, but it's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It's all singing songs except for like 2 of them. Really pretty much all of them. And you know, usually the singing songs I'm kind of iffy on, but this is definitely some good music on here that you could put on the background and have some vibes, you know, a chill evening with. And he had one song where he kind of medium rapped, but Buka, if you're listening, we need you to go all the way.
All the way rapping?
This rap for real, man. Don't do the little kind of Johnny Cinco half rap, half sing. That's still good, but you could truly rap and you're trying to sing every day. You need to stop. I know you're trying to be different and be like, oh, everyone raps, I'm going to sing. You need to rap because you could actually do something pretty good. And even if you want to mix it up, man, mix it up. Don't get stuck on the singing tip the whole time. But 600's back. And shout out Buka. Check him out on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere where major albums are streamed.
All right. And it looks like it. Speaking of checking out, I need y'all to check us out on Twitter. You already know I'm Felix Supreme 305.
Oh, and if you watch this far, then I got a special treat for you. You know how my co-host is Felix Supreme 305?
Yeah.
You know, that's, you know, it's like a cat. You know, Robin Big, they had Big Cat. Well, we got my co-host, Little Cat. So let me see the little rears in the comments. Say, Little Cat, Little Cat, Little Cat, go. That's what I want to see. I want to see the little cats in the comment. Put your rears in the comment for my co-host that you're going to follow him on Twitter. So rear your way on a Felix Supreme 305. And follow me for Papa Oblak if you want to see hateful basketball tweets.
All the time.
UFC tweets, boxing tweets. I live stream a lot of fights. Sorry I didn't watch the latest UFC. I was doing something else, but I usually watch all the big UFC matches, big boxing matches, all the pay-per-view ones, and live tweet those. So check me out. That's the only place I do it, at Papa Oblak on Twitter. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to support the channel. That's the biggest way to help us grow. And comment literally anything, any segment you liked, anytime you agreed, disagreed. If you watched this far, man, you better do it all.
Exactly, man. You better support us, man. Y'all went this far, and it looks like y'all better also support us on TikTok. I see y'all watching. We got a lot of views. Some with 200 views, some with 1.k views. But we only got like 50, 60 followers on TikTok, man. I need y'all to get them followers up.
What is up with that, man? You need to get us on TikTok. Scan the QR code. We're getting a lot of views. We just need more followers. So if you're following us on this channel, definitely check us out. There's a QR code for our IG. So if you know we're running late on any episode, Tales from the Crib 2.0, scan it, like it, love it. Get crib reactions to 4K subs, man. I want 4K subs by my birthday, man. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's do it. But let's go ahead, before we get into the sequence of doom, we're going to go ahead and strike a pose real quick for y'all so we could get a good thumbnail. So let me go ahead and throw us in the middle and move the mics out of the way so we can see what we got.
You already know, man. That's enough.
Terrible. Straight terrible. But we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. If you don't like it, then I don't know what to tell you. Let me try to get this going. Yeah, let's get it going. Oh, I'm gonna bring back the tunes. Hold on, let me pull up the tunes so we could give them a proper exit, man.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you for tuning in. This has been episode 95. of Tales from the Crib. We truly appreciate if you watch this song. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Check the channel right in the middle, man. Check it out. Check one of our videos that is suggesting. It's going to suggest another hit, another fire, probably a video that you missed. So check out the suggestion, and always check out TFTC Music Mix number 4 in the playlist. I'm going to stay up to tune, up to date with all the videos that we are dropping, man. So go ahead and check it out. Tales from the Crib or Tales from the Crib 210, anywhere that you can find us on social media. It's your boy Chico O'Block, Chico 2 times, Chico the Man, and stay in tune with us. We got Felix the Cat, Fat Cat, aka Little Cat Supreme 305, and we'll see y'all next week.
See y'all mañana, snitches.
You ain't nothing to say to the fans.
Listen here, y'all better like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all follow that reaction page. We're trying to get to 10K.
Remember, I want to see the ringers in the chat.
Oh my God, hear me in the ringers.
Ring.